Good morning, friends. Happy Friday. Oh, I hope this coffee works. I am tired this morning. Not much to show you in the way of the shark, but he has eyes and he has a mouth. He's getting longer, but he has eyes. Yeah, these eyes are a little tricky to get on. I don't know why. The backings on them were really hard, and I had to do it all by hand because of how far, you can see how far in the eye posts are. So I couldn't really get like my tool in there to help me put the backs on. So I was struggling just a little bit with that because my hands were already hurting. Because yesterday, okay, so let me back up, give you a little bit of a backstory. My daughter has decided to take apart all of her Lego sets. And she's got like all the Minecraft sets. I mean, from the little itty bitty ones to the great big, huge sets. Being the kind mother that I am, I offered to help take apart those Lego sets. Yesterday was day one of breaking the bricks. And I think that's a big part of why my hands were hurting, because if you have ever taken a Lego set apart, and the smaller the bricks, the thinner the bricks, yeah, you get where I'm going. So I think that's why my hands were hurting a lot more last night than they normally do, because I think we combined between her and I, we took apart maybe 10 sets, and we still have way too many to count to go. But this is something she's wanting to do, and then she's going to give us the bookshelves out of her room, and we're going to put them on the other side of the room divider, and we're going to put them behind the daybed for my mom. So that's going to work out a lot better than the cube organizers will. So it's just a lot of flip-flopping right now and breaking the bricks and breaking your hands in the process. Coffee tastes so good. It's just regular breakfast blend K-cups that I buy at Sam's Club. I get a box of 100 of them, pretty cheap. I think it's like $30 for 100 K-cups. They're the Sam's Club brand, so members mark. And I am using my Lion King mug. This was one of my original mugs I bought way back at the Disney store when it was still in the mall to the south of us. And now we only have a Disney outlet. And I've been in there a couple of times, but it is way overpriced for what it is. But yeah, so this is where we are on Winston. Winston has a mouth, and Winston has eyes. And his body's getting longer. But remember, this is all single crochet too. Single crochet is also really hard on my hands. I don't know why. So the colors of yarn I'm using, just so you know, and the hook. So the hook is just one of those plastic hooks from Hobby Lobby that I really like. This is a size H 5mm crochet hook. And then that light blue yarn that I'm using is Red Heart Super Saver in the color Bluebell. Excuse me. Excuse me. And this was an Ollie's purchase. I did not buy this. A friend of mine bought this for me right at the start of my crochet journey, when I found out that Ollie's was actually, that Ollie's sold yarn. And so her and her sister in 2 different states went to Ollie's for me and got me some yarn and sent me some Happy Meal. So that's what I'm using. This is actually the last of the Bluebell, and I really like this. I don't think they sell this colorway anymore. I don't know. I haven't really looked too far into it. But I'm using that because that's the closest blue I had for the pattern. And then the mouth, she used peach colored yarn, but I only had pink, and I was not going to go out of my way to buy other colors of yarn. So I'm just using a little mini maker in pink yarn bee from Hobby Lobby. So this was the mouth. And then the white, the little bit of white that you see right here, and then what's going to be his little stripes and stuff on his body is just Big Twist Value. And this is just, it's just basic white. So, yeah. And I like it because, as you all know, Red Heart Super Saver is a stiff, coarse yarn, I guess you could say. And because it's a single crochet and I'm using a smaller hook than recommended, it recommends a 5.5 millimeter. It's turning out pretty stiff, which I like. So when I go to start stuffing it, I think it's going to give it a nice shape. I think he's turning out really cute though. I hope his eyes are straight. I don't know why I feel like his eyes are not straight. You know what though? If they're not, that's okay. Because, well, he's a shark, right? Who says he has to be perfect? And another little backstory, if you're new to my channel and you just started watching me recently, thank you, welcome. I do not do amigurumi very often. However, I really want to get into amigurumi. I have stacks of patterns and books. And I've been telling my son, my oldest son, that I would make him his favorite shark, that I would crochet it for him. Now, he's like 25 years old, but he's still a kid at heart. I love it. So, this whale shark is going to be given to him when we go see him in July. So, I'm super excited. So, yeah. And then everybody in the house is now wanting a shark too. So I think there's going to be a lot more sharks flying off my hook later this year. So I'm going to look for different, a different blue, I think, though. I think I want to use a darker blue next time. Like a, not a royal blue, but like a, yeah, that color blue. Telling you, friends, it's Friday. It feels like a Monday. But it's because I've been so busy just getting, you know, everything ready for my mom. I have her, all her bed here is here in a couple of different boxes. And so that's going to be put together soon. And then, yeah, it's coming up fast, friends. We're knocking on June's door. So Levi wanted me to show you McDonald's right now in their Happy Meals. They have Squishmallows plushies, and so he's gotten a cat, and then last night he got a butterfly, and then we've gotten way too many of, this one's mine, but yeah. At the beginning of the promotion, they were just giving away those silly cacti, and too many. Oh, he wanted to show you his bat too. He's got a bat. He's trying to collect as many of these as he can because we are a Squishmallow family. We love Squishmallows. So, yeah. Okay, friends. 10-minute video. We're going. And now I've been given a dog. This is one of his beanie bellies that he collects. So, all right, I'm going, friends. I love you all. God loves you. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you in the next video.